entitled Mom Pisses Off Goat. I'm a happily single 39-year-old male. I live in a nice neighborhood just outside of town. My neighborhood is a single street with about 2 acres per household. I still look like I'm 18 if I shave. Baby goats are called kids. A little background for ya. Players: EM, entitled Mom Kid Thief. ME, D Deputy. CN, Cool Neighbors. S Sheriff. 2 weeks ago, my goats had 2 kids. I don't know if you've ever seen baby goats in person, but they are adorable. My male goat Bruce is a Nubian goat, and the female Lily is a fainting goat. They had a male and a female. The male is Sir Flopsalot, and the female is Esmeralda. If I knew how to post pictures, I would. I obviously love my animals. My neighbors love my animals as well. They feed my dog leftover steak any chance they see him outside. Their daughter visits with the goats every day and has been so excited for the 2 new baby goats, she named them. Yesterday was like any normal Sunday. I usually take my dog for a car ride, and then we walk in a local park for an hour or so. My cell phone rang, and it was my cool neighbors alerting me to a random minivan sitting in my driveway by the garage. I live in eastern Tennessee. Minivans are not too popular. My neighbors were just letting me know that someone was sitting in my driveway. I wasn't expecting anyone, and I don't know anyone with a minivan. So I told them that I didn't know anyone with a minivan, and that I would be on my way back. I was about 30 minutes away. They rang back and said, some lady got out and ran down to where I have my goat pen. I have my goat pen split at the moment to separate Bruce from the kids and Lily. Male goats sometimes play too rough with their kids out of jealousy. When I arrived home and pulled down into my driveway, I was met by Bruce standing on the hood of a beat-up looking minivan. Also, the sheriff and some police from the town were in my upper driveway, parking area, talking with some fat lady. I parked in my driveway behind the minivan and asked Bruce what he was doing out. Obviously, he didn't answer. But the fat lady came running over screaming at me that she was going to sue my parents, and I needed to get them there right away. The sheriff and police officers were right on her heels and caught her before she made it to me. This may not be verbatim, but it's what I recall. M, you are in so much trouble. That goat attacked me. Then it destroyed my minivan. Get your parents here this instance. Me, what the fuck are you doing on my property? S, sir, is that your goat? Me, yes, that's Bruce. S, this lady claims it attacked her and her car when she pulled into the driveway to turn around. My neighbors came out when they heard the commotion. CN, she didn't pull in to turn around, she went down to the goat pen. We have it on video. S, I'll need to see that video. Me, if she did go down to the pen, I'll also have it on video from the pen and from the house. Fat lady was sweating and started to back up like she was gonna make a break for it. Backed right up into the deputy. The look on her face was of absolute horror. S, could you put your goat away? Me, no problem. Give me a few minutes and I'll get the video recording from the pen while I'm down there. I put Bruce away and noticed that he had destroyed the fencing right by the gate to his side. I also noticed that the gate to the kid's side was unchained and Esmeralda was missing. I grabbed the SD card and ran up the hill screaming that I'm missing a baby goat. Me, where's my baby goat, you dog-faced bitch? M, how dare you talk to me like that? S, ma'am, if you know, now's the time to tell. M, I don't know what you are talking about. Look at my van, it's ruined. I need an ambulance after what that gosh darn, not what she said, goat did to me. Bruce got out again and came charging back up the hill and climbed back on the hood of the van, screaming his head off. It dawned on me that maybe she put Esmeralda in her van. But the police officers were quicker. D, ma'am, open your van. Sir, control your goat. Me, I'll try, but his fencing looks like he beat it all up in anger. I put my dog's harness on him and clipped him to the dog run. She kept giving excuses why she won't open her van, but we all knew the real reason. She opened her van finally, and the stench just rolled out of it. M, oh my god, what does that smell me? Scared baby goat shit, dumbass. You're lucky there are cops here. M, your goats ruined my new van. You'll be hearing from my lawyer. S, you'll get to speak to him after we get you back to the station. Cuff her. I took Esmeralda back and checked to see if she was hurt. She wasn't, just scared. My neighbor's daughter carried her back down to the pen, and I grabbed another panel to fix where Bruce broke out. The deputy took the crazy lady away. The sheriff and my cool neighbors came in to watch the security footage. Apparently, she snagged Esmeralda and was coming back for Sir Flopsalot when Bruce broke out. You could see her turn around and start waddling up the hill, and Bruce charging right for her. She got nailed right in the hips. He got her again in the shoulder as she got up. She shoved Bruce down and tried to get in her van, but Bruce rammed her driver's side door. He then jumped, climbed on her hood, and was tap dancing his anger out. We replayed her getting nailed in the hip many times. The sheriff was laughing. We were all laughing. Update 2. The criminal trial is in April. If they decide to sue, I have to wait for a civil trial. It won't be available till at least after the criminal trial. Reminding yourselves in a few days it's somewhat pointless. A woman who thinks she is entitled to things her family wants, and if people have many, she should get a few. She hatches a plan, observes that target, young-looking guy in big house with bunch of goats. It's not fair, she said to herself. He won't even miss them. I'm doing him a favor, as he can't support 4 goats. Why does he have goats on a suburban street anyhow? Those little goats would be much happier back at my family's double wide. My kids will give them so much more love and time than he probably does. So she waits for the young fella to leave for work. She attacks, and goes crazy with her entitlement. My goats, she whispers deviously to herself. She gets one of the babies, kinda squirmy, but she's got this. Her adrenaline carries her down the hill for the second. Her gaze locks onto the eyes of Super Bruce. Her life flashes in front of her eyes. Fight or flight kicks in. She makes a break for it. The massive goat gives chase and T-bones her like she is a smart car, and he is the legendary Bronco she has seen in the young working man's garage. Her body falls like Shaq to the ground. She flops around like a fish out of water for a few moments, then hastily tries to get to her feet. Super Bruce is waiting and eyes her up for another headbutt, maybe a goring. She gets up nimbly and, with all her fear, lets out a wail and rushes to her van. Oh, fiddlesticks. The goat is not stopping. He knows, she says to herself. She sits there watching this glorious beast just tap dance an Irish jig on the hood of her van, snarling and drooling as he performed his dance moves. You guys know the rest. What you don't know or maybe don't care about is the aftermath and the shit sliding way downhill. You spend a few nights in jail. Your husband leverages all the money he can squeeze out of his ass to bail you out. Then a pandemic hits. Your husband can't find work because everything is closed. People are going crazy and don't want some random guy to come mow their lawn for cheap. You have to stay at home because of the cooties. But you are in luck as your 5 crotch goblins are home from school because of the cooties. Yay, family time. Your trailer payments start to slide so you can provide food for your family. The doom and gloom of one stupid action's consequences haunt you to the core. You've been shamed by a town that you live in. Your family is ashamed and pissed they gave their nest egg to help your family weather the aftermath. So what should the young man do when he knows this is all going on? Because small town equals big time gossip. Should this lady's family be completely gutted because she made an idiotic decision? Oh God, what if someone sees that footage? She probably says to herself in the shower every day, can things get any worse for this lady? Once the courts open back up, I'm going to be dropping the charges. Yes, she did something so rotten and despicable that she should be punished. But should she really be sent to jail? I don't think that punishment would fit the crime. So much shit has rolled downhill upon her. Karma has officially shit on her head. She needs compassion and forgiveness. So I may or may not release the video. I'll have to check with my lawyer if it would be a character jab to release it, and would I be liable in any way.